Alright, what's up guys? John today bringing you episode 3 of How to Play Yu-Gi-Oh! Today's episode is going to basically be setting up your first game and playing, what you do on your turn, and all that kind of stuff. So we see right in front of us, we have our paper mat right here. This is the basic mat you get from purchasing any starter or structure deck. There are two different types of mats. There are these flimsy paper mats that aren't too great. And there's also another type of mat that's made out of the same material as the mouse pads. So if it's basically a mouse pad, but it's way huger, looks really cool with like the background designs and all that stuff. Now, we'll see on the mat we have our different zones, so I'll go with that with you right now. From left to right we have our field card zone. So like I said in the last video, talking about our different types of cards, we have your field card when you want to play that, it would go on the top left right here. We have 5 monster zones right here. 5 monster zones right here. Your graveyard right here, so when a monster will be destroyed, you use up a spell or trap card, and it'll be destroyed, it'll go right in the graveyard. We have your extra deck zone right here, so anything like your fusion, synchro, or exceed monsters would go here. Pop them right there. We have your 5 spell or trap card zones, and then your deck zone, which your deck would go here. And now playing your first game, basically, if you're talking or meeting someone for the first time and playing with them, give them a nice hello, give them a handshake or something like that, be friendly to them. What you do is you take your deck and then you would shuffle it first. So take your deck in your hand, and there are different types of ways of shuffling. I just like to shuffle like this. You want to make sure that you don't shuffle where you can see the bottom card, because you could be accused of top decking or cheating and trying to stack your deck. So just make sure you don't see the card, or it doesn't look like you're cheating. When you're done shuffling your own deck, then you would present it to your opponent, and then they would shuffle it for you. And likewise, they would present their deck to you. You would shuffle theirs, and then you would exchange back to your own decks. Put your deck in place, and then you would start the game. So, to decide who gets to go first, is either you can do a dice roll, a coin flip, or like rock, paper, scissors. So let's say I go first. So we'll start out with 5 cards in your hand. That's all both players start out with, so we'll draw 5 from the deck. Then we have 5 cards. And as I'm going first, I will draw 1 card. You draw 1 card per turn. And now, let's say I want to play a monster. So there are 6 different phases in a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! There's your draw phase, standby phase, main phase 1, battle phase, main phase 2, and your end phase. Draw phase, you draw, standby phase. Some card effects can be activated, or cards can be played during either yours or your opponent's standby phases. Main phase 1 is when you want to start playing your monsters and setting your spells and traps or playing spells. So main phase 1, I can play a monster. So I'll play my Exile Force in attack mode. There we go. And then I'll set a trap. You don't have to say you can set a trap or set a spell. You can just put them face down like that. You don't gotta say which is which. Let's play a spell card. So I'll play an equip spell card, Axe of Despair, to my Exile Force. So now he has 1,000 extra points, and I'll give it to my opponent. And same thing would happen. I would go to my end phase, so it was their turn. They would draw their 1 card, standby phase, main phase 1, they can start playing stuff. Let's say he plays a monster, so let's say he plays Neospacian Grand Mole. Now, I can activate a spell or a trap card on his turn, or I have to make my trap card on his turn. So let's say I flip over Trap Hole. Now I know he doesn't have a 1,000 or more. Let's say he has a 2,000 attack monster. So I can activate my trap card, the monster would be destroyed, and since this was used, I can put it right to the graveyard. Boom, he put his monster in the graveyard, like so, and that's that. So, remember, you have to set your trap cards before playing them. So, I set my trap card last turn. His turn, I can activate them on his turn, or my turn. Only quick play spells are the only spells that you can play on your opponent's turn, as well as their turn. Now, his monster gets destroyed, so he'll set a card face down, let's say. Set one like that. And the back row, and on my turn again. So I draw 1, and we go on and so forth. Now, each person has 8,000 life points. The amount of life points you receive you can be totally different. You can start out with 4,000, 8,000, any number that you please. Now, the point of the game is to basically decrease your opponent's life points down to 0. Now, doing this, you can use different card effects. You can attack your opponent's monster, attack directly. So let's say he has no monsters on the field. I have my Exile Force, and I play it's my turn again, so I play my Neo-Space Grand Mole. He has no monsters, so I can attack him directly. So Exile Force would attack directly. Excuse me. Thanks to my Act of Despair, he has 2,000 attack, so I would attack him directly for 2,000 life points. Then my Neo-Space Grand Mole would attack for another 900, and let's say he's at 4,000, so he would be at, what, 1,100 points he'd be at. So that would be his turn. He would draw, he has no monster, let's say, nothing good, he'll pass it back to me. I'll draw a card. Look at that, I got a monster. I'll play Marauding Captain. Now I'll attack him with Exile Force, and that's game. So basically the point of the game is to get from 8,000 or however many life points you receive down to 0. And this is just the very basics of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! If anything, I'll probably go into more technical stuff like when stuff gets activated or certain card effects and during certain steps. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks.